Good day. So, we're going to continue our lesson about grammar, but this time it's about spelling. So, of course, as a future call center agent or office workers, kung ano man yung gusto nyong i-pursue bilang kayo ay contact center services students, of course, in the future, you will be writing emails, reports, and customers' messages every day. So that's why correct spelling is so important. Even though we live in a digital age where people use shortcuts or emojis, professional communication still requires proper spelling. Remember, how you write reflects your attitude or professionalism. So for our objectives, after this lesson, you should be able to identify the correct spelling of words, apply the different rules for correct spelling, and value the importance of using the correct spelling. Importance of correct spelling. Even in digital era, correct spelling remains important for literacy and formal communication. In casual chat or text, people often use shortcuts. So for example, need your report in PPT. So ang ibig sabihin niyan ay I need your report in PPT, pero the spelling is not correct. So please, oh ayan, medyo hindi ko na siya kayang basahin. Meeting tomorrow. Ayan. So, ayan yung madalas na ginagamit lalo na ng matatanda na mag-text. Ewan ko lang ngayon kung paano mag-text or mag-chat kayong mga kabataan. Dati kasi kami ay may dinadagdag pang age. We also use numbers. Ayan. So, in professional writing, of course, bilang kayo ay nagpo-pursue or nangangarap na maging isang contact center services, kailangan marunong kayo mag-spelling ng tamang spelling. So, in professional setting, the way you write can affect how others see you. So, when we use shortcuts, need your report in PPT, it may be fine with friends. Kung kaibigan mo lang naman yung in-email mo, okay lang. But not in an email to your supervisor or customer. Kung pero yung mas mataas sa inyo, like supervisor or meron ka mga kausap na customer and you are going to use yung mga shortcut, I think it's not appropriate. So the way is I need your report in PowerPoint format at the end of the day. So kailangan kompleto yung spelling. So as a future agents of or office workers, your messages should always be clear, correct, and courteous. A single misspelled word can confuse customers or make messages look careless. So spelling isn't just about correctness, it's about showing professionalism and respect. So importance of correct spelling, I need your report in PowerPoint presentation. Yan yung sinabi ko kanina. Format at the end of the day. So, yun yung example ko kanina na kung saan kanina pinaikse, pero ngayon, ito dapat yung tama. Of course, if you are going to email a supervisor, coworker, or customers. In formal, academic, and business writing, correct spelling is essential. So, we have spelling rules. Rule number one, it says that I before E, except after C. So, meaning to say, this rule means that in the most words, kalamihan sa mga words, the letter I comes before letter E. So, kung mag-i-spelling tayo, tandaan nyo, laging nauuna si I bago si E. So, like in believe or chief. Di ba may mga spelling kasi na magkatabi si I and si E? Madalas, nauuna si I kaysa kay E. Maliban lang when the word has letter C. Kapag yung word ay may letter C, before these letters, we reverse them, we write a receive or sealing. So, di ba, if we are going to spell believe, B-E-L-I, L-I-E-V-E. Um, Pag receive, 'di ba may letter C siya bago mag-E and I. So nabaligtad siya, R-E-C-E-I-V-E. So that's again in most words the letter I comes before letter E. So in the workplace, you might type phrases like, I believe this issue can be resolved today. We receive your payments confirmation. So of course, gagamit ka ng mga spellings dyan. Remember, this rule prevents small but noticeable errors in your writing. So ang example nga dito, chief, field, achieve, believe. So lahat napansin nyo dito sa unang example, nauna si I at saka kay E. And then we also have receive. Nakita nyo may C bago mag-E and I. So nabaligtad siya. Nauna muna si E bago si I. Si selling or ceiling. Sorry. Ceiling. So C-E-I. Deceive. C-E-I pa din siya. So exceptions. May exception po tayo. Beige, 8, vain, neighbor, ancient, and science. That's for the rule number 1. Most of the word I comes before letter E. Except that if the word has letter C, bago magkaroon ng letter I or letter E. Spelling rules. So for rule number 2, double the final consonant. CBC pattern. Ano po ba yung CBC pattern? It is consonant, vowel, consonant. For one-syllable words, CBC double the last consonant before adding ing. So, applies also to two-syllable words if stress is on the second syllable. So, for example po, running, run, stop, stopping, commit, committing, prefer, preferred. So, when one-syllable words ends with a consonant vowel or consonant pattern like run or stop, double the final consonant before adding ing or ed. So, for example po kay run, kanina, ang huli po niya ay N, which is consonant vowel. So, dodoblehin po natin si N, magiging, bago natin i-add si ing, so the spelling will become running, R-U-N-N-I-N-G. From the word stop, we are going to double letter P and add ed, then it's going to be stop. Pwede ding stop or stopping. So, in your future job, you might write, our system is running a quick update. Or, the customer stopped responding to the call. So, this also applies to two-syllable word when the stress is on the second syllable, like prefer, preferred, or begin, beginning. So, when you write, I am beginning my shift, you're following the rules correctly. Pero dapat yung beginning ay correct spelling. Ano po bang spelling ng beginning? B-E-G-I-N-N-I-N-G. For the third rule, drop the silent E before adding vowel suffixes. Drop E if suffix starts with a vowel. Keep E if suffix starts with a consonant. So example, debate, debatable. Dine, dining. Complete, completeness. Waste, wasteful. So when a word ends with a silent E, we drop it before adding a suffix that starts with vowel, like ing or able. So halimbawa si dine, kasi kung babasahin natin dine, ang spelling niya is, yung E dyan ay silent. So, ang gagawin natin, tatanggalin na natin si E at papalitan na natin siya ng ing. Magiging dining na siya. So, halimbawa naman kay complete, keep E if the suffix starts with the consonant. So, ayan, magiging completeness. So, halimbawa in your future work, pwede natin sabihin, thank you for advising the customer correctly. She is managing multiple accounts effectively. So, but if the suffix begin with a consonant, we keep the E. For example, hopeful or careless. For the rule number 4, Y to I before adding suffix. Example, cry, cried. So, change Y to I. Dry, dried. Beautiful, beauty plus full, beautiful. Pinalitan natin si Y ng I. Ready, readiness. So, in rule number 4, when a word ends in Y after a consonant, nag-end po yung word with I. Pagkatapos ng isang consonant, pwede po natin siya, o papalitan po natin siya ng I. before adding a suffix. Pag mag-a-add tayo ng mga suffix sa huli, syempre suffix sa huli talaga siya. So, bago tayo mag-add ng suffix, kailangan si Y, basta siya ay after the consonant, papalitan natin siya ng I. So, halimbawa, apply. Applied for a position. Reply. Replied to the customer email. So, when adding ing, don't change the Y relying. Kapag mag-add ka naman ng ing as a suffix, hindi mo na papalitan si Y. I-add mo na lang si ing, relying. For rule number 5, use al or al and el. Al mostly for adjectives, sometimes nouns. El or el mostly for nouns and verbs. Example, comical, bridal, magical, survival. So words ending in al are usually adjectives. They describe some things while words ending in el are often nouns. Example, magical, adjective, and travel, noun or verb. So in a workplace settings, you can say, please prepare the official report. Submit your travel from before Friday. Knowing the difference help when filling out forms in writing office documents. So again, words ending in al are usually adjectives. They describe something, while words ending in el or l are often nouns. For rule number 6, spelling the CH sounds, TCH after short vowel. Si CH sound, like sketch, much, ayan. Pag after vowel siya, TCH siya. CH po elsewhere, if followed by URE or USE or T. Example, much, sketch, clutch, creature, feature, fortune. So when a short vowel comes from the CH sound, use TCH. Example, catch, much, watch. Use just CH in other words like beach, feature, teacher. You'll see this in office words such as attach or attachment. So example, please see the attachment for the complete report. So correct spelling here is important because attach and attach look careless and unprofessional. Pag si attach, sinanggalan natin ng ACH. 'Di ba? Mali na siya. 7. Rule number 7. Use TION or SION, SION or SION or SHAN. For people, CCIAN, SHAN, musician, beautician. Si TION or SION, if root word ends in T, sounds operate, operation. Si SION naman, if root words ends in D or S, impress, impression. So, these endings sound similar but are differently. Use TION or SION if the root word ends in T or TE. For example, operate or operation, di ba? Bawat naman si use SION yung SION if the root words ay nagtatapos sa D or S. Halimbawa, decide, decision. SHAN, ito naman po ay para sa mga tao or professionals katulad ng technician or beautician. So, halimbawa, paano nyo ba magagamit yan in your future job? For example, communication is the key to customer service. Provision ensures quality, performance. Kasi minsan, nagkakaroon tayo ng pagkalito kung ano ba ang tamang spelling, ano ba ang dapat gagamitin, TION, SION, o CIAN. So, ngayon alam na natin kung para saan sila. Si TION, kapag ang root word ay nagtatapos sa T or TE. Si SION or si SION ay kapag nagtatapos ang root word sa D or sa S. At si CIAN, si SION, ay for people's professional. Okay. These words appear frequently in report and company policies. Rule number 8. Two vowels together. First vowel is long and second vowel is silent. For example, meat, seat, rain, goat, pie. Diba? Back then, we studied the short vowel sound and the long vowel sound. So, dito mapapansin natin na yung meet, yung first vowel, long vowel yung sound niya, meet. Wherein si second vowel, si A, ay halos hindi na natin narinig yung sounds niya, di ba? Hindi naman ako nagbasa ng meat. So, siya ay meet. So, when two vowels appear side by side, by the first vowel say its name is long, and the second vowel is silent, katulad ng sit, rain, boat, team. In office, paano nyo ba siya magagamit? Email, team, meeting, goal setting. Knowing how to pronounce and spell this correctly helps in writing professional documents. So, tandaan nyo, when two vowels appear side by side, the first vowel say its names is long, and the second vowel is silent. Kapag magkadikit madalas si vowels, si first vowel, magiging long sound siya. Long sound siya. Si second vowel ay silent. Meet, sit, rain, goat, pie. Di ba? Parang hindi na natin narinig or hindi talaga natin narinig ang sounds ng second vowel. For the rule number 9, uy, oy, and oy. O-I and O-Y. O-I in the middle. So, how are we going to use this spelling? O-Y at the end. So, pag sa English, si O-I, gagamitin natin siya kapag nasa gitna siya ng spelling. Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin yung join as J-O-Y-N. Di ba? Maling-mali naman. Si O-Y, gagamitin natin siya kapag nasa hulihang bahagi siya ng salita. So, para hindi tayo malito pag-i-spelling, si O-I, gagamitin siya in the middle, si O-Y ay at the end. So, use O-I when the sound appears in the middle of the word, and O-Y when it's at the end of the word. So, for example, coin. Paano ba natin i-spell si coin? Hindi naman pwedeng C-O-Y-N, di ba? So, C-O-I-N siya. Halimbawa ay noise. Hindi naman tayo mag-spelling ng noise ng N-O-Y-S-E. Tandaan natin, kapag nasa gitna siya ng word, or ng word, magiging O-I siya. Or O-I talaga siya. N-O-I-C-E. Enjoy. Napansin natin, hindi naman natin pwedeng ilagay. Enjoy. E-N-J-O-I. O, yung mga jejemon, ganon. Pero mali yun. Employ. Diba? Nasa hulihan. So, E-M-P-L-O-I. So, paano natin magagamit yan sa workplace? For example, we enjoyed our team building activity. Halimbawa, nag-team building man kayo. You need to rejoin the meeting using correct link. So, for rule number 10, O-U and O-W. Si O-U po ay in the middle. Gagamitin natin yung spelling ng O-U kapag nasa middle po siya na salita at O-W pag nasa the end na siya o sa huli. About. Hindi po natin pwedeng spelling si about na A-B-O-W-T. Diba? So, ang gagamitin natin ay si O-U kasi nasa gitna nga siya ng word. About. Doubt, snow, and slow. Another example, found, allow, window, flow. Rule number 11, the letter C. C, K before most letter. C, S before E-I-Y. So, di ba same sound lang si K at si C? K. Parehas lang sila. Ngayon, kailan natin gagamitin si C at si K? K sounds, company, collect, combination. Tapos, kapag naman si C, again kapag si C ay before most letter, K siya, yung sounds niya before most letter, kapag nasa unahan siya. Company, collect, combination. Minsan si C ay nagiging sound letter S din. Before, kapag ang spelling niya ay before E, before I, or before Y. Like sent. Ang sound ng C ay K. Pero dito, dahil nasa kasunod niya ay letter E, sound niya ay S. So, hindi po natin pwedeng i-spelling niya yung S-E-N-T. So, C-E-N-T pa rin siya. Sent, city, citation, cycle. So, again, the letter C can sound like K or S. Tandaan natin ha, si letter C ay pwedeng mag-sound as K or S. Pag K sound siya, comes before A, O, or U. So call, customer culture. Pag S sound naman comes before E, I, and Y as in center, service, city. So in your future job, you'll say the word like contact centers or customer service often. So it's important to know that C sounds like K or S. Again, si C po ay pwedeng sounds ng K at pwede din siyang mag-sound ng Okay, correct spelling, clear and professional communication. Learn and apply these 11 rules to avoid mistakes. Always consider your audience context, formal versus informal writing. So, as future um, as future professionals, following these spellings rules shows that you are careful and detailed oriented, two very important traits in customer service in office work. So in a call center, even a small error in spelling can change the meaning of your message or make your email like unprofessional. So always double check your spelling before clicking send.